Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to give you a little more information on some news that have recently dropped. FICO have came out with another scoring model, and this is not FICO 10 and FICO 10T. This is a new resilient index score, and it goes from 1 to 99. And actually, with this score, the lower the score, the better. How you doing, Antoine? Thank you for joining me. And with this scoring model, like I always told you guys, it's just not about your credit score. It has always been about your credit profile. So the days of people telling you, oh, you shouldn't do DIY credit repair and why you don't have time and all this nonsense, telling you shouldn't learn. You're more than welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your support, Antoine, for joining me. I really do. We have to get a new mindset. Now, one of this biggest indicators on this resilient scoring model is debt. It's going to look at your debt. And what that means from you is what they're doing is taking data for 2008, and they're going to see some of the markers of what caused a lot of people to falter during the recession, the Great Recession. And one of the key indicators was not late payments, believe it or not. They were looking at the debt that people had and the trajectory of which way the debt went and how they carried the debt on their accounts. One of the biggest indicators that they're looking at is mix of credit. So, what I have always warned people all your life, if you've been a person that only had credit cards and never build anything of value on your credit profile, this is going to play against you. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not missing anything. It said I don't have time to listen fully now, but I'll come. Thank you so much, Mickey, for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kim, for joining me. I appreciate it. And so, one of the key factors now that they're looking at is which direction is your debt going? How much debt? Usually, and it's not utilization, so don't get it confused. Where we're saying debt to available credit, and I'll be going in more details for you on Thursday at 8 p.m. So join me on more details. But what it's going to look at, do you have just all credit cards? And that's going to be an indicator. Also, how new those accounts have been in the last year, and are you looking for new credit? And even if you got a high credit score, what are the balances that you're carrying on those open credit accounts? So now with a lot of deferment, people believe that their credit score are being maintained. But if you're a person that is accruing interest on an auto loan while that's being deferred, this is going to look at this negatively. It's going to look at your debt obligations negatively and now dictate should that lender even lend to you. Now, the way they're trying to encourage lenders to pick this system up, because remember, not every lender want to change and adopt these new scoring models. So they are giving it, FICO is giving it to the three major credit bureaus for free to add it to the credit scores and profiles so the lenders can see the benefit of using this resilient index. So now when your credit is being pulled, this is going to be offered along to judge you. So like I tell you, you have to start really looking in depth. What's coming down the pike, they already know 40 million jobs, or 40 million people are unemployed. And how many of those jobs are not coming back? Chuck E. Cheese have officially filed for bankruptcy, is going to close stores. AT&T, Hertz filed for bankruptcy. J.C. Penney, J. Crew. How many number of companies? Nike just reported that they're going to have to do some laying off. How many people are going to lose their jobs? And the school system is still trying to figure out how are they going to run the school if kids are going to go to school from just from September to November and then not come back to March. What are parents going to do with their children for childcare and educate their kids? That's going to be another out-of-pocket cost. And also, teachers are going to suffer because they have children and they're going to lose income and they have student loan debts. So, what is coming down the pike? People have to consider now, how are you going to make more passive income? And if you don't have passive income right now, you're in big to figure it out. Because unfortunately, what is going to happen when the end of July come, you're going to have a number of people that's going to get kicked off of this unemployment and all looking for jobs at the same time. And you're going to have a limited pool of jobs. Also, what you're going to have come into effect, people with student loans are not going to be able to pay that debt. If they have mortgages, it's going to be a big wave of evictions, defaults in mortgages. So the banks are already preparing for this spill out. So you have to start figuring out how can you get passive income. And if you're only dependent on a job and you're going out there for work in COVID-19, and if you get sick, then what happened? Where's your income going to come from? So start to position yourself to manage your debt right here and right now. As they say, a dollar saved is a dollar earned. Start learning more about the credit system, because if you don't learn now the rate of artificial intelligence, there might come a point where you don't have an opportunity to even fix your credit score. So I'll be discussing this in further detail on Thursday. Please join me at 8 p.m. If you have any questions in my live, I will be putting in the details of how you can reach out to me if you have questions, if you need to work on credit repair. And you said schools don't teach, you know, how to be a boss, and it's true. And schools don't teach you how to be workers. And one of the things that the education system do not teach that we all need is credit. How come you go to college and pay all this money for financing, for financial courses, business courses, but they're not teaching you how the credit system works? They don't teach high schoolers how the credit system works. They purposely do this because while the money is being printed right now, the wealthier assets are going up, and they don't care. They don't work for money. You're working for an hourly wage and things are going up. Everything is going up except your pay. You're paying more. They just went up on New Jersey on the tolls, gas tax. So there's more coming out of your pocket. The wealthy use the tax code and they're not going to pay taxes. Even if they have to, they own the businesses, they own the assets, they own the big buildings. They're going to either go up on your rent, go up on products, and pass the inflation on to you. And what you're going to still see is your net worth go down. So teachers, bus drivers, and then it's going to affect the average parent. If you have to pay for childcare for 3 children, 2 small children, or even if they rotate school days, you still have to pay additional money for childcare just to make the same amount. I keep telling you, invest in silver, try to invest in gold, but if you buy silver, you can convert it over into gold. And as you hold that asset, it will go up in value. Start to invest in real estate, multifamilies. If you got a FHA loan that you have not used, your first stop should be seeing how you can live in that house and rent 2 units out, to be able to have somebody else to pay for your mortgage, and you're not working hard. You have tax write-offs. So you have to get more financially savvy, not just with your credit. You have to adapt different ways of seeing finances with your mind, because that 8 and hit the gate is just not going to work in these upcoming times. So if you want more information, feel free to reach out to me. And I just want to see also Mickey. Okay. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, Kimberly. And hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday, and we'll be getting into more details about this new credit scoring model, which is a resilient index. Be blessed.